So hi and welcome to this video. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on the comments section on the video watch page on our video sharing website. So let's get started. So the video comments are just going to be placed underneath the video and underneath the video description and the views, and they're just going to be sort of separated with horizontal lines to show you which comments which, and it's going to have the person's profile image to the left hand side and their username, and then obviously their comment on the right hand side. So if we come into our text editor, so the first thing we need to do is we need to create the comments table, and the best way to do that is to plan out the fields first. So that's why I have this blank text document here. We're just going to plan out the fields for our comments table. So the first field we need is an ID, obviously, to uniquely identify every single comment within the database. The next field we need is the let's just say user underscore commented, so that way we can record the username of whoever wrote the actual comment. We finally want or not finally necessarily, but we actually just want the comment next, so we could just say comment. The next thing we want is the date posted, and obviously the video that it was posted under, so video ID, and that's probably all we need to start. So we have five different fields we need to create. So let's go into our database and we'll create the 5 fields. Okay, so I zoomed out a little bit just to make it easier to see, but we're going to create the table, the table we're going to create is called comments, and it's going to have 5 columns because that is the number of rows we specified here. We can just see that easily by the line number of the final field. So if we click go, and it'll load up in a second. Okay, so here's our sort of interface for creating tables, and we're just going to choose or fill in the column names. So the first one we need is ID. The second column we can check to get the exact name of it. We can just go into our context document and we can copy it and just paste it in. Or that was just one of the unique video IDs I used earlier. Whoops. So let's copy that and paste it in here. And the next one says comment, so we don't need to actually copy that. So the next one says comment. The next one says date posted, and then the final one says video ID. So obviously the ID has to be an integer because it's a number. The user who commented has to be a varchar because it's a username. And we'll set the max length of this to 32 characters. The comment can be text, and we'll set no limit on the length of that. Date posted, actually we could set the limit to 500 maybe. 500 characters. Date posted can be a varchar as well, and we'll set that to the maximum of 255. Video ID is a varchar, and it's also going to be 32 characters long. So we also need to make the ID field auto incremented, and we need to set it so that it's got the primary key. So under index, we just click on the drop down and click on primary, and then it says a underscore I, and we just click on the checkbox underneath this to auto increment the ID field. So what we would do now is we're just gonna scroll down. Scroll down all the way to the bottom, and we're gonna click save. Okay, so our comments table has just been created, and we can see here that it's empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to insert some random information so that we can actually view our comments on the video first. So the first thing we need to do is we just need to copy the video ID, and we're gonna go down and we're just gonna paste it in here. The date posted, I'm just gonna write it in myself, and because we can format it whatever way we want, that's why we chose a varchar. So I'll just write 24th June 2013 for the date posted. The comment is just going to be, this is just a test comment, and the user comment, it is just going to be Francis. So if we hit enter and we insert this into our database, what will happen is we'll have one row in our database, but what we can do then is we can create our comments section below the video, and we can decide, we can choose how it's going to look and everything, because we'll have an actual comment to display on the page. So here's our comment here in the database. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to context on the watch.php page, and we can actually get rid of edit one. Okay, so down here what I'm going to do is let's just go down here, in here, in between these two curly brackets, okay, yeah, but in here, we'll put it in here between these two curly brackets, because the first set of curly brackets is this, and it just says if MySQL numbers check equals 1. So if the video is a real video and it exists in the database, then we run all the code in between the curly brackets. And the second curly bracket, which is this one, is just specifically for getting things about the actual video, information about the video out of the database. So we just want to, this is whatever's enclosed between these two is just specific to the videos, but whatever is between this and this curly bracket is, well, it doesn't have to be specific to the video, it can be anything at all. So that's where we're going to put it here, and I'm just going to put a comment in, because it'll actually make things easier to understand. So I'll just put a comment here saying this is the section of the watch page that isn't specific to the video, and then up here, to make that make a wee bit more sense, I'll just put it in here, this data is only specific to the video. Okay, and then since we got that comment in, it makes things a wee bit easier to understand. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to create a query called select comment, and we're just going to use MySQL query. Some people say that you should use MySQLi, but MySQL is better, I think, because MySQLi is, I've heard it's unstable and things. I don't know if that's right or wrong, I've just heard that. So I'm just going to stick to MySQL for simplicity. Okay, so what we're going to do in our query, is we're going to say select all from comments where video underscore ID equals video ID. So let's just check, is that a real variable? Let's actually scroll up to the top. Video ID is up here, so yes, that is a real variable. And what we're going to say here is if MySQL num rows select comment doesn't equal 0. So if there actually is some comments, then whatever we'll just write the video has some comments, And then here we're just going to say else the video has no comments. So here we can just say we'll create a variable called comment. Okay, no, actually we'll just echo it out. Well, actually no, we'll probably use the variable, so we'll just leave that blank for now and then we'll sort it in a minute. So what we're going to say is we can just copy all this code from up here. It's basically the same. So well, we can copy some of it. We don't need to copy it all. It just saves us typing it out. So let's just paste it in here. And we have to end the while loop. So we're just gonna say instead of row, we're just gonna change it to R. And get rid of that too. We need to change the query. It's checking, so we'll just say comment and get rid of this. And this is actually right so far because we do have an ID field. The next field we have is user commented equals R user commented. Then the next one we have is the comment itself equals R the next one we have is the what was it, the date posted equals R date posted. And then finally we have video ID, so video on, well actually we don't need that one because we already have it. So we've done that now. That's what we're going to do is we're just going to echo comment. So let's just hit enter to refresh, and we have our comment up here. So what we actually want is we want it below the video. So what we're going to do is we could actually just move all this up. So if we cut this and we came up here above the comments section and we closed it off and then opened a new PHP block and we pasted all of this stuff in here in between the two PHP blocks, we should get the same result, except the comment text is here, which is good because that's below it all, even though it doesn't really look like it at the minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to append some break tags onto it just to move it down so that we can see it below the video and the description. I'm going to keep doing it. 2 more should do. So here's our comment showing up here, and let me see. What we might actually do is we might just leave the comments here on this side of the video. No, okay, we'll put them below. So to put them below, what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of all these break tags. And as you can see, the comment will go back up here. And we need to scroll up to where the video is. And then under here, just write some random letters so we can see where they go. They should go below the video. Yeah, they go up there. I'm just putting in some random letters so that we can see whereabouts they go on the page. Okay, what we're gonna do is here we're just gonna put in a load of break tags just for simplicity. Put in like that many should be enough. And what I want to check is where, okay, it goes there whenever it goes further down. So whenever, what this shows us is that whenever the comment is pushed down enough, instead of being stuck in line here, it gets it fills up the whole page, which is good. That's what we want. So what we want to do, instead of using break tags, we could just set the minimum height for the description. So we just increase it a bit to maybe 300. Let's say 350. Okay, well, we'll leave that as it is at the minute. So what we'll do is we'll copy this for the views and we'll just paste it in here. Just close it off and then open a new block. So in here we're just going to paste it and we're going to change this to obviously comment. And what we're going to change is we're going to change this to 100%. So this way it'll fill up the whole width of the page. So if we refresh and go down, we can see it's underneath the video and it takes up the full width of the page. And since we have this kind of annoying thing now, we could just decrease it to 95. It might just be because the screen like the window size I've chosen is really small. That might just be what's causing the problem, but it doesn't matter, we can probably still fix it. And it's let's see, okay, so if I full screen, if I use full screen on the page, that goes away, so it's just because of my tiny window. So we don't need to worry about that, so we can just make this back to 100%. And we need to make sure that the font weight is gone so that it's just default, and the font size is gone so that the page uses the default font size. So let's scroll down. We can see here's our comment, and we actually want maybe a bigger margin from the top. So we can get rid of the margin from the side. So that what that'll do is it just puts it up to the edge of the page. And from the top we want a margin of 20 pixels maybe. Okay, that's a bit much, maybe 10. So this is just sort of trial and error at the minute. And to make things a bit more fun, we can actually use the built-in developer tools in Google Chrome, which makes it a bit more interactive and stuff. I don't know why my computer is lagging so slow today. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open all these up and scroll down and then open them up. And here's our comment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to mess about with the styles here. So I'll expand this a bit and I'll scroll down here. So here we can see we have a margin and everything, and maybe we'll add a 5-pixel margin from the right, so 5 pixels, and another 5 from the left, so that's even. And then what we'll do is in here, okay, we can't actually affect that. Looks like we can only mess about with the CSS. Okay, so what we're going to do down here is we're going to we actually need to add some more to the div actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the CSS code and paste it in, and then just obviously do this to fill up the space. What we're going to do is we obviously don't just want to echo the comment, we want to echo who commented, so we're just going to say echo user commented, comma, or not comma, semicolon even. And then we should get Francis echoed out. Okay, we'll get rid of these for now. And what we want is we also want the date posted, so we'll just copy it again. Okay, so here it says Francis, 24th of June 2013, and then it says the comment. So what we want to do is we want to style this up a bit more. So what I'm going to do is within this div, I'm going to create a new div and set its style to float left, width, I don't know, 40%, maybe not 30%. And then here we can end the div and create a new div. Float left as well, so that it's right beside it. And then the width of this div is going to be 70%. So what this does is it just separates the user commented and the posted by with the comment. So we have a syntax error on line 58. That's because we didn't end the PHP block, so we'll end it there and then open the new one here. We have to end this one before the div. Okay, so that's it. Refresh. And as you can see now we have a gap. So this takes up 30% of the page. And then the remaining 70% is filled up with the comment. And that's obviously too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to pixels and set it to, I don't know, 100 pixels, and then get rid of the width here, so this should just fill up the rest of the space. So there we have a 100 pixel box on this side sort of, and then 100 pixel box on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to create okay, we're going to create a link around user commented. So we can just append it. So, whoops. Append it like that. And we're just going to set it to nothing at the minute. We have to actually also close the link off. So now we have a link around the username, and this is just going to link to their profile. So there's our link. What we want to do after that is we just want to say said and then put a break tag in. And we also could put the date posted above that actually. So like that, and then just append here. So whoops. We just set on the date posted, and then put another space here. So on the date posted, this person said, and we can actually give it more space than 100 pixels, so let's say 200 pixels should be enough maybe. maybe a bit too much. 150 should be a nice amount. Okay, so on June 20th or 24th of June 2013, Francis said, and then the comment. Then we want to separate every comment with a horizontal rule or just a horizontal line. So we actually have to put that outside the PHP block. We actually want the horizontal line under everything, so let's just try this. And we refresh. I'm gonna have to put like a break tag or something in. And hopefully this should just push it below the text. We might need another one as well. Okay, so now we have our horizontal line under all of the text, and we're just gonna set the width of it to, I don't know, 90%. Maybe not 90, 95. Okay, maybe 98. And let's see, okay, that looks okay. It's not great, but it'll do for now. And then what we want to do is just add a style attribute to it. So we're just going to say height 1 pixel, border none, border top 1 pixel solid, and we want I don't know, 333, so it's sort of like a dark black. So what this basically is saying is set the height of the horizontal line to 1 pixel, remove all the borders, and then after you've removed all the borders, add a border along the top of 1 pixel solid, and set it to like a really dark sort of gray, because as you can see here, this is more than 1 pixel, this border, or I mean this horizontal line. So let's just see what that looks like. And as you can see, we have a horizontal line now. Maybe we don't want a dark one, so we'll just change it to 999999. Or if we want it even lighter, we could say F5, F5, F5. Okay, that's a bit too light. We'll just use the generic gray that we use normally. So we'll use that for now. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I'm a lot less busy now, so there'll be a lot more videos coming soon. And it'll be way more than one a month. And we'll tidy all this up in the next video, as well as if we have time, we'll also start enabling users to actually write comments. And we can also do things like allowing people to mark comments as spam and thumbs up comments and dislike comments and things like that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.